Smushins? Why were you in my hair? Why are you smelling my hair? That's really, really creepy. You should probably stop that before I call the police. Just kidding, you can smell my hair all you want because I love you guys. Okay, intro plagiarism. That was the most awkward intro ever. Whatever. Yesterday things happened, and you've probably seen that on Twitter. And if you haven't, you should go check that out because I'm not going to repeat it. Um, anyway, so this morning I had, um, oh god, I had this creepy, weird, it wasn't creepy, it was just a weird dream. And I wrote it down. It's like 6 pages long. I'm not going to read it. I'll just go through it. Okay, so basically, it was so weird. So basically, okay, I was at a play that was supposed to have Toby in it, and, I went with my family and stuff. The first half was good. I kept making fun of the people making us laugh. Finally, the first part ends and goes to intermission. I see a group of my Twitter friends. There was like a whole group, but the only person I remember the most was Holly. And so I got up and said hi. Holly, I went and hugged her and stuff, and then we saw Toby. We're like, oh my god, that's Toby right there. And they're like, we should go, and so we follow him, sort of, and then we slip past some caution tape, blah, blah, blah. We go to a room, and we go in, and she knocks on the door, and we hear a, what? She's like, hey, we were wondering if you could sign stuff and take pictures. And he slams back this window thing, because it's like, I don't know, it was weird. But he, like, slams back this thing, and he's like, how did you get in here? He's like, never mind, fine, just give me whatever and I'll sign it. Except for brand-made shirts. It was weird. I was like, what? And he was a douche. And so Holly went first, and then these two other guys were with us, and then they went, and then I went up, and I had him sign my program for the thing. Then I was like, I remember thinking I want to do a vlog with him because that's what I plan on doing when I meet him, and but he was too intimidating and like douchey. So Holly was brave enough to ask for a pic, but he was like, no, I've done enough for today. And so when I forgot to have him sign my shirt, I was hesitant, but turned around and lifted my hair to indicate him to sign my shirt, and he did. And he did it with a huge sigh. And I also hugged him twice. It was weird. Like, he let me hug him. I don't know. So we ended up staying back there until blah, blah, blah. This is stupid. I'm not even going to repeat that. Something about us being in a play and in the play. So then, we go back and, okay, when we get up to leave, I see Toby again pacing, and I go up to him and I said, he did a good job, and he mutters thanks and a half smile. Remember, I want him to sign my two other shirts, but he yells at me saying he told me he didn't sign those types of shirts, and especially not a Smosh one I had. I had the one where I eat cookies for breakfast because I don't give a fuck. Yeah, that one. So I was like, geez, okay, fine. And later I was at some place watching a movie with other people, and he lived there. He lived at the theater. It was weird because he was, blah, blah, blah. I was singing a funny made-up literal to the movie, to a little baby, and I was like hoping Toby would notice, and like, haha, I'm singing along. It was good too. I was like making this up on the spot. It was really awesome, but he didn't notice me, and he is like younger. This is when he was like 22 or something. He was like younger. He was just making videos on YouTube. And so I was trying to get his attention, but it wasn't working. And then later, I remember I wanted him to sign my Heelys, so I put them on, and I went to go ask him. He was in his room packing clothes. I Heely by him and go, how many pairs of Heelys do you have? He says, only one. I'm like, seriously? I thought you had more. And he's like, nope, just one. And he didn't take my hint, so I asked him, I know you hate me, but can you please sign my Heelys? And surprisingly, he smiles, sorta, and takes out a pen, permanent marker. This is where he's such a douche. And then when I check back, it says what he wrote on my shoe. He says, you are really annoying. Stop asking me to sign. And I'm like, damn it. He was such a douche. Anyway, okay, so this is the cool part about it, though. Okay, we're going. Sorry, this whole thing's just a Toby dream. I have nothing else to say, except for, I'm sorry, this is late. I've just been busy today. Crazy. Anyway, so this is what I wrote. I could tell there was an amazing person under there. Now that I think about it, I think we were in the past talking to past Toby because he was in plays, he didn't have Heelys, He was a total jerk. He didn't know what literals were. And, you know, he looked younger. And the other thing was, I was wearing a Leenbuscus shirt, and he didn't know why, like, I had that. And he was like, why are you wearing that? It was weird. And, somehow Holly and I had used a time machine in the future, in our future, to go to the past to meet Toby before he was hugely famous. Because I think in the future, he was, like, really famous. So we're like, oh, we have this time machine. Why don't we just, since we want to meet Toby so bad, why don't we just go to the past where he's just beginning, and even though he's really douchey, we can meet him. Because he was fine now, and oh my gosh, so that was weird. But interesting, you know? This is a dream. I had this in my mind, and I had to write it down. I didn't make that shit up. It happened, well, I did, but it was in my mind when I was sleeping. Anyway, so I guess that's it for today, yeah. So that was fun. Just a random vlog. I mean, so much has been going on this past, like, 2 days. So, sorry, this is just about one topic, but it's okay. Hold on. Okay, so I'll upload this, like, as soon as I, I'll post this as soon as I upload it to my laptop. Because I still haven't seen any videos today. I haven't been online at all today. But I got Lego Harry Potter years 1 through 4. So fun. Okay, anyway, bless your face if you didn't sneeze during this video. Bless you anyway. Peace on. Catch you on the flip side. And I love you guys. So, just so you know. Okay. Bitch.